Hello and welcome. So today we are going to talk about the permanent diamond paths in Life Makeover. We're going to do three things. We're going to start with describing what exactly a permanent diamond path is. I know that's a bit pedantic for our Nikki players, but just in case someone's new and doesn't know the jargon of the gotcha games, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. And then second, we're going to talk about the fact that I do not recommend spending money to pull from the permanent diamond paths and why I recommend that. Once again, it's just a recommendation, so you don't have to take it. If there's no wrong answer. If you're like, I want to pull from the permanent diamond paths, I'm going to spend my money on it. You know, you do you and do exactly what you want to do. There's no shade. There's no judgment. There's no wrong answer. This is just my recommendation. And then third, we're going to actually go spend $350 US worth of diamonds on the permanent diamond path. There's a beta running right now, and Archosaur is giving 45,000 diamonds to spend on the game as you test assets and test areas of the game. And we're going to spend all of those 45,000 diamonds over in the permanent diamond paths. To me, that will kind of scratch that itch. So we're just going to pull and pull and pull, and it'll be super fun. And then when the game actually launches, the gameplay of the permanent diamond paths, when you don't spend money on them and kind of rush to completion, is kind of this slow drip. And so when the game actually launches, we'll have already done this. We'll have already pulled a bunch, and we'll be ready for that slow drip that is, the gameplay of the permanent diamond paths. All right, so let's start with what exactly are permanent diamond paths. By the way, there will be timestamps in the description if you want to skip any of this and go straight to some area that you're more interested in. All right, so we're going to log into, this is the Malaysian Singapore server. This is my account on that server. And if we go to the bottom right-hand corner where it says Light Chase, this is where all of the paths are in Life Makeover. This is the time limited one, as you can see right here. It's the time limited path for the next 19 days. This is equivalent to the event paths that we have in Shining Nikki. And then here's the first of the diamond paths. Just like Shining Nikki, there are two diamond paths and two diamond permanent paths and one gold permanent path. So this is one of the diamond permanent paths. Here is the other diamond permanent path. And finally, here is the gold permanent path. Now to describe what that means. If you look in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see some of the currencies. There's so many currencies, but these three currencies are what we use to pull from the paths. We have, if going from left to right, we have our gold coins, and then in the middle there, that's our premium currency. I'm going to go back to a diamond path. We'll look at diamond path rotating while we're talking. Oh, I can't see them as well. Let's go back to the gold path. You can see it so much better. Okay, so that middle currency is called coupons. It's equivalent to purple gems and Shining Nikki. That's the premium currency. You don't get that currency anywhere in the game. You cannot get it just from regular gameplay. You can only get it by spending cash, by spending money. And it's coupons, that's the middle one. And then the one next to it is the diamonds. That's equivalent to pink gems and Shining Nikki. And that's kind of the primary, other than the premium one, that is the rarer currency. That's the currency that you use to pull from the time-limited paths as well as the diamond paths. Being the more rare currency, being the currency that used to pull from the diamond paths and the time-limited paths, the game doesn't give it to you as much. Now, you can get it from regular gameplay, but the game doesn't, it's a little more stingy with it. It'll give you gold coins a lot quicker than it will give you diamonds. So we're not going to go over the gold coin, the gold permanent path. You do get your gold coins. You do accumulate them pretty quickly, a lot quicker than you get diamonds. But You will be juggling them because over in the guild, you can get guild makeup. And the guild makeup, there's two different types of makeup you buy. One, you use the guild currency to buy makeup. And then the other is this other line of makeup. You use gold coins. So you're going to kind of be balancing your gold coins between buying guild makeup and pulling from the gold permanent path. So you'll have to decide. And of course, upgrading items, that always costs money. Dyeing, that's going to cost, I believe that costs gold coins. But for me, I was mainly juggling my gold coins between pulling from the gold permanent path and getting makeup out of the guild. So, but we're not going to talk about that. That's however you feel like you want to juggle that when you start playing. But we are going to talk about the diamond paths. So now that we know what the diamond paths are here in Life Makeover, I want to jump over to Shining Nikki. And we're going to go into Shining Nikki for a couple of reasons. One is that the fact that I don't recommend pulling from the permanent diamond path comes from my gameplay over as a whale over in Shining Nikki, my experience whaling there, and I want to show you what I'm talking about. And the second reason we're going to use Shining Nikki, we're running over to Shining Nikki really quick, is because a ton of us are Nikki players, and then we can use it as a great comparison. Like, we're starting from a point that we already are comfortable with and know, and then I can say, well, this is what it's like. This is what it is in Life Maker. It's the same thing as this in Shining Nikki. So let's run over to Shining Nikki. So here we are in Shining Nikki, and it's a little bit different in Shining Nikki as far as the time limited path. We call them the event paths. Our event paths are not in with the other paths. So for example, the event path or the time limited path that's running right now is Starry Melody. We look over on the left hand side, you see it. I'm going to click it, and you look at the top and you see that this path has 2 days left. So this is basically the same as the time limited path over in Life Makeover. Like I said, we call it event path, and it's separate. It's not bundled in with the permanent diamond paths and the permanent gold path. So if we go to the bottom right hand corner, Gate of Heart, and that's where the permanent paths live. And just like Shining Nikki, there's 2 diamond, 1 gold. One of the diamonds is a little bit different. It is a rotating path, but it rotates through the same suits. So like I've already pulled all the suits that you can out of the rotating path right now. So it's still a permanent path. It just rotates through 2 suits constantly. Well, it's 2 different suits, and it's just like a series. Well, it's not in series. It's kind of random how they rotate it. You never quite know what they're going to do next, but it's only a certain set of suits that it rotates through. The other diamond path is this one right here. It does not rotate through any suits. It's static. And the thing about these permanent paths, they don't change. They are the permanent paths for the life of the game. Now this changes little. They've occasionally added a new suit into the rotation, but it doesn't change a lot. The set of suits that it rotates through is really static, and then they will occasionally add a new suit that gets put into the rotation. And then this one never changes. And then here's the gold path. Once again, does not change for the life of the game. So let's go back to the diamond path. So if you look in the bottom right hand corner, you see I have 464 unused tickets. And that's because I rushed this path. I have this path pulled to completion within 1 month of playing because I just threw money at it. And one of the reasons I don't recommend using money to rush the permanent paths, is because it feels like a waste of money. So here I am. I've been playing for here I'll show you. Let's go look at it's almost been 2 years. I did miss 3 weeks and 3 days, so like 24 days. Let's go to tasks, and then we can go to achievements, and you see right here, I'm a pretty very consistent player. So I have been playing for almost 2 years, I guess, a year and a half. But in that time, let's go back to the diamond paths, the permanent paths. Oops, wrong thing. So in that time, I have accumulated 400. Oh, that's the gold path. I've accumulated 464 tickets that I paid cash for, basically. Like, I could have not paid cash, and I could have used those tickets over the time period that I have been playing. But since I rushed the Pav and threw cash at it, I have all these tickets that I don't use. And that's why one of the reasons I don't recommend it, it feels to me like a waste of money. The other reason I don't recommend it is because I ruined the Pav. So when you pull from a permanent Pav, like I said, the gameplay is this kind of slow drip. Well, I pulled from it, and I pulled it to completion. There was nothing else to pull from it. And so it's a chore now. I've even pulled... Well, I don't want to talk about reflections, but yeah, I've pulled to max reflections too, but we're not going to talk about that. If you're a Nikki player, you know what I'm talking about. There's nothing for me to get out of this Pav, like nothing. So like literally a chore, because I press the summon, come in here and get my free summon to immediately decompose what falls out of the Pav, and to also get that little bit of activity for the day. So I have to sit through the animation, but there's no excitement in this. I'm just like, oh, okay, here, let's go decompose that. I got my activity. But that anticipation that you feel, that excitement when the dress finally drops. And sure, there's a ton of disappointment as you pull and you pull and you pull, and you're like, I just want that dress. But because of the building of the anticipation and not getting it when it finally drops, there's just this feeling of excitement and satisfaction. Well, all of that is ruined when you throw money at the permanent Pav and pull it to completion quickly. So I don't recommend that. That's another reason why I don't recommend throwing cash at the permanent Pav. And then finally, the reason I don't recommend it, to do that, we need to run back to Life Makeover. So this is my Malaysian Singapore account. I played it every day for 4-ish months, and then Christmas came, and gosh, I was so overwhelmed at Christmas. Christmas was intense, that something had to kind of give, something had to break, and it was Life Makeover. And when I quit playing Life Makeover at Christmas because I just was overwhelmed, I never really picked it up again. So at least this free-to-play account. This is let's look at the permanent. That was the time limited. At least this free-to-play account. And this is a free-to-play account because I can't spend money in it. I've tried. And my card doesn't work since I'm in the U.S. and this is got it off the Malaysian Play Store. It won't take my card. It says no, it spits it back every time. And which is good, because otherwise in fact, I know I wouldn't be free to play. So, and it was good to have that free to play experience. So very good thing to have that free to play experience, especially since I can now talk about it too, what it's like to play free to play. So I played roughly, I wish I had an exact amount of days I played, but I couldn't find that anywhere. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It might not. I don't know. I couldn't find it. But it was 4-ish months. So I want to show you playing every day, 4-ish months. And the game, during gameplay, will give you tickets for the permanent diamond Pav. You can also, I think it's 3 tickets you can buy each week in your guild for the permanent diamond Pav. Well, there's 2 Pavs for the permanent diamond Pavs. And in that time, through the natural, just playing the game, I wanted to show you what I was able to pull in about 4 months. So in the upper right-hand corner, we're going to press the I. And if you look right here, you can see I pulled 98 of the 124 items out of Light Chase. You can see the name of the permanent Pav right here, Light Chase. So out of the Light Chase Diamond Pav, I pulled 98. And since I balanced the two, I'd pull from one and then the other, so I kept them pretty similar. This is the Beloved one. Oh wait, no, I'm so sorry. Here's the name. I'm sorry, we're in Light Chase. We were looking at Essence. And now let's go over, and now we're looking at Beloved. All right, so we're going to do the same thing where we want to press the I in the upper right hand corner. And as you see, out of this one, I also pulled 98 of 125. So, because I kind of balanced the two, I'd pull from them pretty evenly. So in four-ish months free to play, I pulled a lot of items out of here. Now, when you first start playing, you get a ton of items because, of course, you don't have anything. So new. And then the rate at which you get new items out of the permanent diamond paths, of course, really slows down and becomes that slow drip. But you definitely, as free to play, can pull from the diamond path quite successfully. Now, if I had to guess how long it would take to pull the diamond paths to completion, this is a total guess. I would guess a year and a half to 2 years. What do you think? A year and a half to 2 years? Now, these games you do play over a long period. Like I've been playing Shiny Nikki for a year and a half, almost 2 years. So these games are played over a very long period of time. But that is the gameplay of these diamond paths, not the time limited, but the permanent ones. The permanent ones are here for the life of the game, and so you just keep pulling at them. You get this slow drip, and you get the excitement of finally getting that dress, or finally getting, the parasol or the hair. It's just really cool. And like I said, I killed that by throwing money at the permanent diamond path. So this is another reason that I don't recommend throwing money at the permanent diamond path and rushing it to completion. I say it, there's two, rushing them to completion, is because you clearly get tickets as free to play. And I think you get even more tickets if you are a bit of a paying player. So low paying player, Dolphin, you'll get even more tickets to pull from the permanent diamond paths. So those are the reasons I don't recommend throwing money at the permanent diamond paths. I just don't think it's worth it. Once again, I would like to reiterate, this is just my recommendation. You don't have to take it. No shade, no judgment. If that's what you want to do and it gives you enjoyment, then absolutely you do that. This is just my experience from playing both free to play and whaling, and my conclusion from that. But I'm a different person. Everybody's their own personality. So, all right. So now, in the beta that's going on right now, they have given us 45,000 gems to use however we want, because they want us to test all the different areas of the game and test the assets. We're going to use them all on the permanent diamond paths. So let me show you where I came up with my math. If we go out of here, over on the left-hand side, you see mall. I'm going to click on mall. Then there we're going to click the top-up tab. And oh, I got to show you something really quick before I show you my math. Let's go back to the light chase, which is the paths. So when you pull from, you grab I'm going to do them at the bottom, perform 10. You can pay for those tickets either with your diamonds, 1,200. It's about a 1 to 2 relationship, obviously. So that those coupons, 600 coupons, which is your premium currency, you can only get that currency with money. So it'll either take 600 coupons, or I'm going to round so we have a really nice number between the two, or approximately 1,200 diamonds. Now the diamonds, of course, you get through regular gameplay. So where was I going with this? Oh, so we're going to be using diamonds, but when you would actually use money, I'm just showing you how I came up with 350. When you use money, you don't actually purchase diamonds, you purchase the coupons. It only takes 600 coupons. So I had to do a conversion. So by converting it, it'd be 45,000 diamonds divided by 2. That's how many coupons I would need, because it takes half as much coupons. So I had it written down somewhere. But anyways, it's 45,000 divided by 2, and it basically comes out to $350 to ish. There's a lot of rounding going on to have the equivalent of 45,000 diamonds to pull from the permanent paths. All right, I hope that made sense. All right, so we're going to pause. I need to go launch the beta version of this that's running right now that has the 45,000 gems in it, and we are going to we're going to dump all of those into the permanent diamond paths. Okay, so if you look at the upper right-hand corner, you see they have 45,259 diamonds. And you have to get to unlock Light Chase, you have to get to stage 110. And in that process of getting to stage 110, I picked up another 259 diamonds. And then the 45,000 are the ones that the devs gave the beta testers to play around with. The thing that I find interesting, just really quick as a total segue, is that I was playing around with, racing through to get your name. I just did a video on that, and it gave me a different default avatar. I found that so interesting. And with that default avatar came a different hairstyle. So let's go back here to here. I don't know how I got this avatar. She's this one, but how did I get I got different hair and everything. So it was this one, but see the hair on that first one is the one that I usually get. And then somehow I got this avatar with completely different hair and everything. Now, the reason I'm talking about avatars is because as we pull from the permanent diamond paths, we are going to complete suits. Whenever a suit is completed, it will, whatever your avatar looks like, it plays a little video doing like a suit display video, and it will, whatever your avatar looks like, that's going to be the avatar that's wearing the suit during the suit display video. So if you want to record it or just enjoy it, and say you've made a clown avatar or something, it's something silly, and it doesn't, but that's not what you want to see when you want to see the suit display video. Just to let you know that when you complete a suit, there's just a cute little suit display video, and it's in the avatar that you are currently using. So, but I was thinking we could switch avatars, but we can't switch hair. We'd have to go. Let's do cancel. I mean, we can switch avatars. Or we'll probably just keep her, just the same avatar. And I'm fine with that hair. We'd have to go to the store and buy different. Where is the store? It's also in design room, isn't it? Clothing store. What hair do they have? There's this hair. Oh, it's so pretty. But it's so long and everything, it can get in the way of some of the suit details. I say we stick with the short hair. This is the hair that the default avatar that I'm used to getting has. I was so strange that it gave me a different default avatar. It gave me this hair as a default. Like I said, I was running. Boy, you can't see her. She's way up there. You can't see the hair. You can't see the little hair. Okay, but we're going to just stick with the short hair because then you can see more of the suit details as it does little suit display videos. All right, so we have a 45,259. I'm going to check, make sure everything looks good. Okay. All right. So let's go to Light Chase. I'm a little bit nervous because I don't get to I could actually open another account and get them, but I don't want to. I just want us to do it this one time. All right. So we're going to do perform 10. There's our diamonds. So here we go. We're going to do 45,000 divided by 2. Was 22,630 approximately. So we're going to spend 22,630-ish on each diamond path. All right. So like I said, when you first start doing the diamond path, everything's new, obviously. So here's all the new things coming in. I love this dress so much. And someone told me, and I cannot tell you if it's rumor or it's true, it'd be nice if it's true, that once the dress falls, the other pieces start falling pretty quickly. So if you're lucky to get the dress pretty quickly, then you get the other items. You complete that suit quicker. But I don't know if that's true. Like I said, I don't know if that's rumor or not. So everything's new. All the things are new. Okay, what pav are we in, by the way? We're in Beloved. Let me write that down. Beloved. Okay, let's keep going. We have 45,000 diamonds to spend. We're going to start skipping that, though. Yeah, everything's still very new. It gives you big fanfare when you get a 6-star item. I think you also get there. Yeah, that's the 5-star, but the 6-star, it's like, oh my gosh, you got a 6-star. Yeah, see. Such pretty hair. I like that hair. All right, our next 10 pole. Skip. Those horns are fun. It's dress up game, just like Shining Nikki. So much of this is fun. Still, as you see, lots of new items right at the beginning. And then it slows down. Oh, we got our first, they're called allies in Shining Nikki, they're called reflections. In Life Makeover, these are allies. There are R, SR, and SSR clothing pieces, hair, and allies. There's no UR. And honestly, I wish there was no UR in Shining Nikki, because it gets really confusing when you start going back and forth between the Taiwanese server and our global server. But anyways, there's no UR. There's R, SR, and SSR. And the R allies don't have any animation, which I'm sure we're going to find out soon. We're still getting lots of new items. Were those all new? No, just one item was not new. That's going to switch over time where they're all duplicates and there's one new item. All right, we keep going. Wow, lots from that suit, right? Oh, when you do skip, it just shows you the new items. Okay, I understand. I was like, those were all new. And then it showed when it showed all 10, they weren't all new. But now I understand. It just shows you your new items when you skip. Okay, this one, just so you know, there's a certain stage that requires a kimono. And you either have to have gotten this 6-star item out of the permanent path, or there's a way that you can get a kimono that drops out of a certain area of the stage. Oh, I'll show you where it is really quickly. We keep on doing little sidetrack things, aren't we? Oh, we got ourselves another 6-star item. See, this is an R1. See, it's not animated. All right, so really quick, let me show you that. All of our stuff from bowling. Okay, so we're going to go into the story stages, and then we go into story quest, which is the story area. Up here on the upper right hand, oh, it's telling me do free dress up is available. All right. Tutorial stuff really quick. Okay. Oh, I wonder if it's because we got something. Okay, well anyways, let's go back to the story stages. Got sidetracked took us away. So in the upper right hand corner where it says chapter pack, I'm gonna open that, and you get these items. So from this chapter pack, you're going to get that hair. You can see it here. Let me show you. I'll circle it. It's right here. So when you complete all stages, you get perfect ratings. You have to get perfect. When you get perfect, and I'll show you what they're talking about super quick. As you see, it's your score when you do your style battle. Here I have perfect, here I have great, here I have good. When you get perfect, let's go back to the chapter pack. When you get perfect ratings and everything, you'll get that hair. And one of the chapter packs, when you do perfect in all the stages, you get a kimono. And it's like if I remember right, you can't get perfect, or can you not even pass? I think you can't get perfect without a kimono. So make sure to go get your kimono out of that chapter pack in order to pass that stage with perfect. I think it's pass it with perfect. Or is it pass it at all? I can't remember. It's been a while. Or you're going to have to get that kimono to drop out of Beloved. All right, so let's go back. But the chances of getting a 6-star kimono out of Beloved, right? Pretty slim. They're all in a band, as near as I can tell. We'll get more band drops. So here we have Larry. He's actually my least favorite, but some people just adore him. But my favorite's Gerald. Okay, so we've just completed a 4-star suit. So here's going to be our really cute animation. Isn't it cute? I really like it. And as you can see, it's my current avatar. So whatever your current avatar is, that's going to be the avatar that does the cute animation. Oh, I love those. Oh, there's so much I love, right? We're going to keep pulling. We're like, I love that, and I love that, and I love that. So good. Such a good game. All right, so let's keep going. We're going to keep going down until we get to, was it 22,000? Right, 22,600 is where we got to stop, and we're going to pull from Essence instead of Beloved. But let's keep pulling from Beloved. Oh, skip. Right now we're just scratching that itch. That's all that. Oh, here we're gonna do it again really quick. She's gonna do. Oh, so cute. Oh my God. I haven't found a way to have them do the set display again. It's like you get one chance to look at the really cute set display and like never again. I'm like, I wish there was a way to go back and look at that really cute set display. Okay, here we go again. She's gonna be adorable. So adorable. What was I talking about? I got sidetracked with the set display. Oops. Now I'm just knocking stuff around. I can't remember what I was talking about. I'm going to replay this video and go, oh, that's what I was talking about. Okay, wait, what are we going to? 22,000. Skip. Oh, scratching that itch. Because this is fun. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones, and it's not because of Sean. I mean, Sean is cute. I love the happy smile, but it's that cute little golden retriever being adorable. Oh, I love that one. I hope I get it soon. Like, I am not putting cash into the permanent pav, so I'm just gonna have to wait till I get the drop when I get the drop. Oh, I love that. Oh, see, how many times can I say I love that dress? Let's see. Let's count them. Ooh, we got something fancy. We got an SSR. That's what this is. Like I said, it doesn't go to UR, so this is basically the UR. We got an SSR Ally, which is the equivalent of a UR reflection. So that's what just dropped out of the PAV. That's why we got all of that like fancy. Here it is. Surprise. All right. Perform 10. Skip. Let's see what happens when you complete a makeup set. We'll see if anything at all happens. No, nothing. Like, okay, you're done. And we're done. I don't know. Oh, wait, we've got something. Larry. That's actually, I'm not a big fan of Larry. I'm not. You know what it is? I live in the South, right? And he's got a mullet. And I'm sorry, but a mullet in the South is not a good look. So I think it's me. You know, that's a me problem. But I'm not a big fan of Larry. But let's just blame that on me. So I was going to say that I don't normally do pull videos. So this is one of the few, I've only ever done one pull video before, but this is special. This is a special pull video because we're just dumping, like dump. Oh, we got to skip. Forgot to skip. Aren't these outfits adorable? Oh my gosh, I love that one. I'm so excited to get to spend money in this game because I couldn't get any of the limited time PAV outfits because I was free to play. So, and since we were the first server, the Malaysian Singapore server is the first server, I didn't know what to save for. You know, I didn't know what to spend my money because you don't know what's coming up. Okay, here's another set display video. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, they just really go over the top with cute, don't they? Okay, so anyways. Oh, here's another one. I love this one. Oh, I love this one. I think it's really pretty. Anyway, so I didn't know what to pull for and what to save for. So, but now that we're having global launching, maybe in July, maybe, I don't know, July 7th, maybe. Sorry, I'm checking, 22,000. Where are we at? 29,000. Okay. Now that we have global perhaps launching in July 7th, and I can finally spend money. Oh, no, I wasn't talking about spending money. Since we're behind by months, like almost a year, right? We'll be able to, if you're free to play or a low paying player, you will be able to budget your diamonds better because we've seen the Pavs. And so just like Shining Nikki, you can budget your diamonds and decide which of the limited time Pavs you want to pull from. Like I said, you get 15 free pulls with each limited time Pav. Skip. Isn't that cute hair? Ooh, we're getting lots of hair. We're almost finished with one of the 6-star sets. Maybe it's because I'm older that I like Gerald. Like, he just looks older. And the other ones, I'm just like, you're too young. I love her bow tie, her glittery. Look at her bow tie. Who doesn't love that? I tell my husband I'm like a raven. If it's glittery and shines, I want to take it and bring it home. Bring it back to my nest. All right, another 10. Skip. That's a fancy hat. Those flowers are fun. Oh, did you see that? We only got 3 new ones. It's starting to slow down. Like I said, when you first start playing, like, we're rushing it. We've got $350 that we're dumping into the permanent Pavs right now, US dollars. So you wouldn't actually do this. Oh, we have a free one. We haven't. Let's grab that free one. You wouldn't actually do this. Well, I mean, you can, but this is all coming out quickly. It would not come out this quickly. We're compressing weeks of playing the Pav into, 15 minutes. Oops, skip. Whoa, that is quite the. I call them. Oh, here's Gerald again. See what I mean? He looks older. That's probably why he's the one I like. I call them neck cages, and I love them, and they're all over this game. I don't know. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. So check out the dress in this one. This one's so good for making fairies. And I use the girl avatar instead of the adult avatar, and just makes the cutest little fairy. Look at the bottom of the dress. See all the stuff falling from it? It's so cute. Okay. All right, so where are we? We're at 25,000. We're getting close to being done with this one as far as we're going to run out of diamonds. See, mullet. No, Larry, no. But like I said, we're going to say that's me. That's just a problem I have. Okay, check this one out. This is another one of my favorites. Come out of the Pav, the permanent Pav. I love this one so much. I love the dress. And I use the little hat a lot when I make fairies. And the dress, oh my gosh, I love it. All right, so we're getting close. So we didn't finish any 6-star sets. It looks like, there were only 2 new ones in that. Oh, that's it, 22. That's it, we're done. So let's look at the eye and see what we didn't get. We didn't finish any 6-star set. Oh wait, did we finish this one? Oh, we finished one. We finished Wind's Whisper. So we finished 1 6-star set. Not this guy. Oh, we're missing tons from that one. That must have a different drop rate, or drops later, or I was unlucky or something. I don't know. So we're going to go see the tabs at the top here. I'm going to go to ally list. So what allies did we? Oh, there's another SSR there that we didn't get. Right here, Doomsday, and quite a few. So we didn't. Oh, we got all those SRs, and we're missing a few Rs. Okay. All right, so we're out. We're going to spend all the rest that we have. That was Beloved. We're heading over to Essence. So let's grab the free one. Okay, perform 10. So we're going to finish up in here. Skip. I'm not a big fan of the Egyptian one. Oh, did you see that? I went so fast. But that heart iris, did you see we got the third one? So there's some four-star outfits that are shared between the two permanent Pavs. Oh, apparently that was an ally from the other permanent Pav. I saw her when we were looking what allies we hadn't gotten. So the allies are also clearly shared between the two permanent Pavs. So, all right, so perform 10. Skip. That little coat. You see, I'm not a big fan of the Egyptian one, but that's just me. I know there's other people that are like, I love the Egyptian one and you're crazy. Whereas I'm like, I love this one. Oh. I saw those wings around and they're fun wings. If you can get them to drop, when they finally drop for you. Okay, see, they make a band. I'm not kidding. Like, they make a band. They all have an instrument. Okay, here's Heart Iris. So 2 of these dropped out of Beloved, and the other 2 have dropped out of this one. So this suit is shared between the 2 permanent Diamond Pavs. So here is Heart Iris. I'm kind of me. I mean, I don't hate it, but it's not a big love for me like the other ones. But I know that everybody has different tastes. I understand that. My daughter and I, we don't always have the same taste. Definitely don't always have the same taste in clothes, and that's okay. It's always okay. I love that everybody's different. It makes me happy. Otherwise, we'd all dress the same, and that would suck. I love that everything's different. Ooh, we're not getting a lot of new ones, are we? I think it's because maybe it's because there's so much shared between the 2 Diamond Pavs. Which contract is cool? Oh, see, I guess who's the front? Sean. Sean's the front man of the band. I think what did Sean do? Was he because they all have, like Gerald's the businessman and Roy is a scientist and Larry here is a writer. Oh, I didn't do Skip. Oh, oopsies. I was like, none of these are new. There we go. Okay, Amon's daughter is done. Here is the Egyptian one. Just to warn you, that face piece is high scoring at the beginning, and so you use it a lot if it drops, and it's just, I don't like it. So my avatar, she would be dressed all cute, to go do her styling battle because the other pieces were cute, and then she'd have that on her face, and I'm like, oh well. This jacket's fun. Oh, just to warn you, it's going to frustrate you. A lot of the coats and jackets cannot be worn with other clothing pieces. It's so annoying because you'll have some really cute coats and jackets, and like you can't piece them with anything because it won't let you. Okay, we're really getting very few drops at this point. Yeah, there's only 2 new drops out of that 10 pull. I didn't realize that so much was shared between the 2 permanent Diamond Pavs. This is my favorite one. I'm not even a big Roy fan, but I like this one a lot. Okay, Lost Tale is done. Here's our cute little video. Okay, and there's Gerald the drummer. Have we gotten everybody? Have we gotten all our band members? Oh, we got an SSR. What did we get? Miss Magician, come quick. Oh, this is going to be Larry. I think, is he the one that calls her that? He always calls her Miss something. Yeah, it's Larry with his mullet. I've got to let that go, right? Because I know there's people that like Larry, so I need to just let that go. You're fine, Larry. You're fine. I've got to quit being judgy about hair, right? Let everybody do their own thing. Here's future scale. That top is fun, by the way. I use that top a lot because you can dye these clothes, right? So you're not stuck with like this teal top. If it's useless, like you say you want to use that really cool top, it's very sporty, kind of cool, and you're just making some kind of very cool looking outfit, but it's teal. Like, how often can you use teal? Well, that's one of the things I love about this game is you can dye that top, and then you can use it a lot. Oh, wow, just really not a lot dropping out. So this is what happens over time. Like I said, we're squeezing in, at this point, I would say months, into just a few, like 10, 15, probably 15, 20 minutes here. Let me do skip. Oh, look, she can go play with the band. So, ooh, that only had one drop. And this is what's going to happen, is you're just going to not get a lot of drops. But that being said, I still, even as it slows to this painful drip, like you would barely get anything new out of it, I still do not recommend spending money on the permanent diamond path. Straight up don't recommend it. Oh, I love those boots. I love Witch Contract, full stop. Witch Contract is one of my favorite ones. But I like goth stuff, so that would make sense. Aw, those wings are fun. Oh, that's the Witch Contract dress. I wonder if we're going to finish her. Oh, we're running out. We're going to finish Witch Contract? Are we going to finish Azure Rhapsody? Uh-oh, we're running out of money. Oh, we got that dress. We only need one more. Just one more. Also, those mirrors are high scoring, so you'll make your outfit, right? And you'll have these mirrors behind you. If you get if those mirrors drop for you fairly quickly. Okay, what do we have? Do we have just one left? Is this our last pull? Come on, Witch Contract. Come on, Witch Contract. Oh, no. Oh, no, we can do one more. One more. There they are. Oh, I think that's the last piece for Witch Contract. Not that it matters. So it's like 7 p.m. my time, and this ends at 2 a.m. my time. So there's only 5 hours left. So this is all going to disappear in 5 hours. Love Witch Contract. But like I said, I'm gothy. I love those boots, man. Oh, those boots look so good in so many outfits. So love that one. Love it. Oh, and the wings too. What a great final 10 pull. Dang. We just got really lucky right there in the final 10. All right, so what did we not get? We're out of diamonds. So let's do the upper right hand corner. Let's do I. And oh, look, Flower Whisper is between the two. Was it Flower Whisper in this one too? No, it wasn't. Okay. All right. All right. Was it? Oh, no, I'm all wondering. Oh, wait, what am I looking up? Ally list. So there's 2 SSRs that drop out of here. 2 we got. Oh, I would have rather got the little squirrel. It's all animated. That's Sean with the little squirrel. We saw him in the other one with the golden retriever. So, oh, we got all the SRs out of there, though. We we completed one 6-star set, Flower Whisper. Tears of Wings, still missing some. 2 of the 3 pieces. We got Witch Contract. All right, so that's it. That concludes this video at 50 minutes. I don't normally do videos this long, but we kind of got to pull. That's like months of pulling, just kind of like put into 20 minutes, which was fun. And also, I hope that you know a little bit more about the Life Makeover Diamond Pav and the permanent Diamond Pavs, and also so you can make your choice of how you want to spend your money as you start to play Life Makeover. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I am sorry this one went so long. I was pretty sure it was, because pull videos always take longer. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you guys later. All right. Bye-bye.